All right, let's take a look at our second video in this series. Before you watch this video, if you haven't watched the first video in this series, my 1-3-1 defense part 1, setup and basics, I highly suggest you doing that first, because today I'm going to build on some of the things we talked about in that first video. All right, if you haven't yet, also please subscribe to this channel. It would really help me out. I'd really appreciate it. And with that, let's take a look at our responsibilities and our rotations. So first of all, picking up the ball handler. This is the player at the top of the zone's responsibility. We want to pick them up as they cross half court. And we want to do is we want to pressure that to one side of the court by angling our body so the dribbler has to go to one side. We always want to figure out the ball handler's strong hand and force them the opposite direction. So if they are a right-handed ball handler, we want to force them to their left. If the pass gets lobbed over the top to another guard, we have to turn and sprint to pressure the other guard in the same way, and we never, ever let that ball handler dribble the ball down the middle of the court. That is a big no-no against this defense. If the ball does get reversed, that player at the top of the zone must sprint to the player with the ball, closing out with high hands. The weak side wing must come up and pressure the basketball, so we kind of have a little double team there. Do not sprint in a direct line, though. We want to instead make what's called a banana cut to the basketball. All right, we're going to take a look at this in a video in a short bit here, but let's keep reading. The center has to slide across in front of the other high post. The two must sprint to the opposite side and establish position at the ball side low block, ready to attack the corner as well. And the opposite wing will fall back to the weak side low block. All right, let's watch this rotation in action. So here we are in our initial setup, our 1-3-1 defense. All right, and the first thing we want, like we said, is we want our one to push the ball handler to one side. So let's say we're going to push this ball handler to their left. All right, as that happens, okay, this wing here should come up and guard that passing lane. 5 should front the high post. 1 is guarding this passing lane. 2 is guarding the low block here and ready to sprint to the corner if necessary. And 4 should drop down to the low block so we don't let that pass go into the paint. Okay? Now, let's talk about if the ball gets reversed. The ball gets reversed, like we said, so if this ball does get high lob pass over to this wing, 4 has the banana cut. So come right over here and come up this way. All right, we don't want the ball to get swung into the corner. Okay, 5 is going to slide over to the high post here on the other side because this player is probably going to go over there as well. 2 is going to sprint over to the other low post, ready to help out in the corner if the ball goes over there. 1 is to turn and sprint, hands high. And now 3 drops down to the other low post. All right, so that's the rotation on a guard-to-guard reversal. Let's see it going back the other way. So the ball gets lobbed over back to the other side. This player must banana cut up to guard that passing lane. And 1's going to come over here as well. 2 slides over to the other low post. 5 comes over to the other high post, along with the player he's guarding is also going to go over there. And 4 drops down low to the opposite weak side low post. Okay? Now, what we'll talk about in the next video is what you want to do with these two players here. You want to soft trap them, you want to hard trap them, or no trap at all. Right now, it's kind of like a soft trap there with 2 players. Okay? Next, we're going to talk about defending a skip pass to the corner. The weak side wing player on the low block will sprint out to the corner just to help out. The 2, whose responsibility this is, will sprint from one corner to the other, and as soon as that happens, the weak side wing can go back to where they're supposed to be. The 1 at the top must be ready to guard the ball side wing player if it's passed there from the corner, otherwise they're guarding the high post. The center must fight for position to get across and establish front position on the ball side and the low post. And then the weak side wing will drop to the weak side low post like normal. Let's watch this in a video. Continuing right where we left off in that last explanation, let's say the ball is still here and we get a skip pass over to the opposite corner. All right, now the ball could come from here where it's at, or it could come from over here. It doesn't matter. We're going to skip pass to the opposite corner. So the ball is going to go all the way over here to the opposite corner. All right, let's put that guy in the corner over there. All right, as it happens, 4 has to close out immediately on them, but that's not 4's responsibility. It's 2's responsibility over here. So 2 has to sprint over here, allowing 4 to get back into this passing lane. Unless you're playing a hard trap, then you can double that right there. But otherwise, we want 4 in this passing lane right here. 5 has to sprint down to the ball side block, not letting this player get the ball. The offside wing, the weak side wing, has to go down the opposite block. And the 1 should come down here to the high post, not letting any player get backdoor or at the elbow for a quick jump shot. Like I said, that could come from either the opposite wing or the opposite corner, and that's going to be our rotation for a skip pass to the corner. Now let's take a look at defending the skip pass to the wing. The wing player must perform that same cut, the banana cut we talked about earlier, that they make when they guard-to-guard ball reversal, and take away that pass to the corner. We don't want them to go skip pass to the wing and then wing to the corner. That will be a wide-open look almost every time. We can't let that happen. When that pass is made, the 2 must sprint, get from one corner to the other. The pass has been made there. They must do their best to contest the shot without giving up that baseline drive. The 1 slides across and goes to the high post. The weak side wing drops to the weak side low block, and the center is going to battle to get across and establish position in front on the ball side low block. When the basketball is on the wing, we want to set a little bit of a soft trap. You could do a harder trap or no trap as well. We'll talk about that in our next video. With the wing player and the 1, we don't want that ball to be close to the three-point line. We want to push them further out to half court if possible. The 1 should be a couple feet away, preventing the reversal for the guard-to-guard pass and trying to deflect the passes as well into the high post. The 2 down low will be between the low post and the corner, guarding the low post, but ready to step out in the corner if the pass is made there. The center fronts the low block, and the weak side wing will be on the weak side low block. Let's watch this rotation in a video. Now let's take a look at what our defense should rotate if the ball goes from a corner to a wing. So here we have our defense set up. If the ball was in the corner, this is more of a soft trap type defense. You could be playing a hard trap, but right now it's just kind of a soft trap. And we have the ball going from this corner all the way out to this wing. Okay, now this wing, that ball right now is 4's responsibility really. But we can't have 4 going straight here, because if they do, it's going to be an easy swing to the corner for an open 3. We don't want that to happen. So 4 again has to banana cut this way, hands high the whole time. All right, and then 1 is going to come back out over here. So again, we can either soft trap or hard trap that if needed. All right, 5 is going to go kind of like a banana cut as well, low post up to high post. 2 has to sprint all the way across to the low post or the corner, depending on where the ball is going to go. And then 3 goes down low to the low post. All right, this player is probably going to try to come up here into the high post. And that's our rotation for a skip pass from the corner to a wing. Now, to defend that wing, this is exactly how we want to defend it, just like this right here, okay? We have our 4 and our 1 defending that ball. We want the 4 to push this guy up as close to the half-court line as possible. Well, it would be great if we can go over half-court, but at least as close to the half-court line as possible, away from the three-point line, okay? 2 is ready to jump out to the corner if necessary. 3 is guarding the low block here. This guy's probably going to try to sneak down low. And we have to, again, watch for the reversal, the ball reversal, the guard-to-guard reversal at the top of the key. And that's how we'll defend the ball at the top of the wing after we get a skip pass from the corner. All right, defending dribble penetration is vital. Okay, they're going to try to penetrate between our 1 and our wings. It's up to the center to step out with high hands and pressure the driver. At that point, there's going to be 3 players surrounding the ball. That should be very difficult for that ball handler to find an open pass anywhere but back out. The center then is no longer responsible for the player they were guarding on the high post or anyone below them. That's going to be the weak side wing's responsibility, or the 2 under the basket's responsibility. Defending the paint is now the weak side wing player's responsibility, and the 2 must pinch in and prevent any easy passes into the paint and ready to sprint out to shooters if the ball is passed to the wing. Let's watch this rotation in action. Now let's start talking about stopping dribble penetration. So here we have the ball at the wing. Let's say this player decides he's going to split the 1 and the 4, which hopefully our 1 and 4 will not let happen, but if they do, That's all right. We're going to split right here. The 5 has to step up and stop ball right there. And immediately 1 and 4 should crash on them as well. So we're really putting a lot of pressure on that player. Okay, now the center is no longer responsible for this player anymore. All right, defending the paint is now up to these 2 people. Okay, so the 3 probably should kind of do a little step up here to make sure that ball doesn't get into the post, and 2's going to crash down there as well. We shouldn't worry too much about the ball getting here or here because of the pressure we're putting on that player. The only pass we want to allow, not that we want to allow it, but we'll let happen, is a pass back over to the other side of the guard if he starts creeping over, because we should be able to recover that in time. All right, that's how we will stop dribble penetration from the wing. To defend the high post, if the ball is passed into the high post, we must get the ball out of there as quickly as possible. This is a very dangerous spot against the 1-3-1 defense. Not only could there be a quick shot, but that ball can go to any of the other spots on the floor. We should double that with the 1 and a center player immediately, only allowing a pass back to the top of the key. The 2 in the weak side wing will pinch guard the low blocks, and the ball side wing will defend the pass out. If the ball gets reversed to the other side, the weak side wing must banana cut. Again, we don't want that pass to go from the high post to the wing to the corner. Otherwise, that'll be a wide open shot or baseline drive. Let's check out this rotation next. Now let's talk about defending the high post. All right, theoretically, this should never happen. We don't want that ball ever to get into the high post or a low post. But let's say somehow, some way, this offensive player got in front of our 5. All right, and then the ball gets passed in there. I want an immediate double from the 1 and the 5 on that player. Okay, that's immediate. We cannot let that player have any sense of calmness at the elbow. Okay, the only pass we will allow would be the pass right back to the top of the key. All right, the 2 down low and the weak side wing will be again pinching the blocks. Don't let anyone at the blocks, and the ball gets past the corner, we'll sprint out to defend that. And this player here can either help if we want to trap that, or we can just help in the passing lane to defend the pass to the corner. Finally, defending the low post. However, if we do this properly, the ball should never get into the low post. And if it does get there, it's probably going to result in an easy layup for the offense. If it does get there and we have time, the center should play defense behind the low block, and the 2 must double that until we can get passed out of the low post. The 1 would drop to the high post. The ball side wing will defend the pass out to the wing, and the weak side wing will defend the weak side low block. Let's check out this rotation in action. Finally, defending the low post, which again, we don't ever want this to happen. But let's say the ball was in the corner over here. 2 is out there guarding as he should be. 4 is guarding the passing lane. And this offensive player beats our 5 to the low post, which should never happen. But if it does, the ball gets passed in there. Again, we want an immediate double on that. We want our 2 to crash down on that hard, not letting the ball, so hands high, not letting a quick pass back out to the corner for an open 3. Okay? The 3 is going to stay over here on the low post, the opposite weak side low post, ready for a backdoor cut. The 1 at the top should sneak down to inside the lane somewhere, the high post here, or you can watch for the backdoor cut from this guy over here. And the 4 is guarding the pass back out to the wing on his side. We don't want this pass either for a quick 3 there. Thanks again for checking out this video. Hopefully you enjoyed these first 2 videos. I'll be putting out one more video about trapping shortly. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, as always, drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And thanks again for watching my video today.